Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Well, Brock, I think it's safe to say this has been a defensive slobber knocker through two, right? Maybe some points finally on the horizon as we resume play. Great vision, gets him across midfield. Field flipping effort there as he's brought down on the opposite side of the 50. Here comes the Miami offense for the opening possession of the third. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. Finds him on the crossing route. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll run now on second down. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins take a 6-0 lead in quarter number 2. Well, Brock, you found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
Dolphins leaving the offense out there as they try for a 2-point conversion.
The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw it here. And that's brought in for 2, Brock. That's going to put them up 8-0. Well, Brock, the run certainly an option as they lined up for 2. But as an offense, what are you looking for when you decide to throw it instead?
Well, you've spent all week working on these plays, and usually you have 2 or 3 that you like. That run game, you're right, you can run it. But there's so much more space with creativity in the passing game. And good offenses, elite offenses, they find a way not just to practice it.
Massive hit, the ball is out! And they steal it back on the return. And Miami returns this to the end zone. Touchdown! The Dolphins grow the lead coming out of halftime. That is the type of hit Brock delivered precisely to separate him from the football. And good luck to anybody trying to hold on through that.
And if you get a fumble on a return, a lot of times with how the personnel is displaced in position, you could find a lane for an immediate return. And sometimes that open space even extends the whole way to the end zone for 6.
Chris Boswell for the point after. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. So after thinking it over, they're lining up for 2.
The Dolphins are lining up.
He's dropping back to throw. And they've got it. Caught in the end zone. And now the lead is 16-0. Worked so well the first time. Hey, why not go right back to it and see if you can be successful again? They do. And they are.
And I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because you almost feel the confidence, right? Like if you get it the first time, you're almost playing with house money. Even if you fail, it's still 14 points. It's not really a failure. And if you get it, well, you gain even more confidence and make that opponent think that much more.
Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Ewart, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Has this at the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Browns getting their offense out there. Their work really cut out for him now, partner, to follow up that touchdown and get things back to a 1-score game. Gets him on the in route. And they get to him a good ways downfield from that line of scrimmage.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Second down and 10.
Here we go. Ready? Stop.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. That's complete to Diggs on the slant. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Here we go. Makes it 3rd and 4.
To throw again, it's Burrow. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
The issues this offense has been having, well, they extend well beyond 3rd down today. You can just look up that big goose egg on the scoreboard, but now time's not on their side either.
Brings it in at the 12. And he's going to get him further up their side of the field with a nice return there, partner. Up past the 35. The Dolphins back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. On 1st down, they'll run. They made it 3 yards on the totes. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Plowing up the middle. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Michael McFadden able to make the play. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Right up the gut. We call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's 3rd down.
The tackle made just shy of midfield. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Here we go. 60 by 6.
Back to throw. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Dolphins, 1st down.
3 quarters in the books from this one. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. First and 10 from the 41. They'll go play action. Throw left side, complete. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins have likely locked up the win right there. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
The Dolphins line it up to go for 2 once more.
The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. And that one's caught. Add a couple more on to this massive, some might say insurmountable lead here in the 4th. Now Boswell on to send this away. He fields it from the 8. He lost the football. And the fumble recovery is made. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
These guys are flying down the field. Reminds me of the guys at Braveheart. But different than Braveheart, these guys got 2 things on their mind. Number 1, get the returner down. And number 2, try to separate the ball if they can. It's rare that it happens, but boy, is it big when it does.
They'll run here on 1st down. Oh, putting him in the... And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Dolphins keep It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
So now the Dolphins going for 2 again.
The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
Setting up a throw. Oh, what an effort to bring in that short throw. And that one's caught. Add a couple more on to this massive, some might say insurmountable lead here in the 4th. Boswell on to send this away. Fielded at the 7. He lost the football, and they steal it back on the return. And the nightmare continues as they bring the fumble back for a touchdown. The Dolphins running them out of the building. I think they would have happily just taken the turnover, Brock, but how about the wherewithal of the defender to take it back for the score?
Yeah, that is a scoop and score in the definition of a splash play defensively. You don't just rip possession away from the offense, kind of rip their heart out too. You rip possession, you turn it into points, and now that beleaguered offense is going to have to get right back on the field.
The Dolphins lining up to go for 2 once more.
The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
He's going to throw this one. And that one's caught. Add a couple more on to this massive, some might say insurmountable lead here in the 4th.
Browns, nothing.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored. And with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Brings in the kick at the 9. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. And with this loss already assured, they at least want to find some points and avoid being shut out. 1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the 37.
From the 37. Looking for a target. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, the defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Here we go, here we go.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Hits his running back. But it bounces out of bounds, so they'll retain possession. The Browns are lined up to punt. It's going to be Jamie Gillen doing the honors. He fields this at the 18. And he's going to get him further up their side of the field with a nice return there, partner, up past the 35. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, go!
Here's the handoff. There it is, touchdown Miami! The Dolphins continue adding to an insurmountable lead.
Okay, we hear week after week how hard it is to run the football at the NFL level, and it is. But this guy today, he's making it look easy, and they rarely do that from the running back position.
So now the Dolphins going for 2 again.
The Dolphins are lining up for a
Back now, pressure on its way. Nothing doing on that two-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion. Well, they don't get it, but just the choice to go for it there, Brock. As I'm looking to my right, seeing a partner kind of fuming, a little steam coming out of the head. I'm sure you and many others maybe aren't a fan of that call.
I don't feel like I'm that old. I really don't.
You don't look that old.
Well, thank you. But yeah, this still just gets me, and I know many others every single time.
Cleveland's offense all set to take over. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for them. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Now Burrow. That's going to be caught by... Oh, no! He lost control of another one! And the Dolphins have it!
I'll tell you, Kate, by now, I think it's as much between the ears problem as it is anything technical ball security problem. After 3 fumbles in a game, he's got to get his head on right there on the sidelines before they will ever trust him to hang on the ball again.
Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. They're looking to just hang on to the ball through the finish. Defense has all of its timeouts, but with this game out of reach, a good chance they just let it run.
Ready, go.
Hand off to the back. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. All right, here we go. Second down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Let's go now.
At the 22-yard line.
They hand this one off. He's inside the 10. It's not if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Dolphins throwing 6 more on the blowout. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
The Dolphins lining up to go for 2 once more.
The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point.
He's throwing for it! And that one's caught. Add a couple more on to this massive, some might say insurmountable lead here in the 4th. Now Boswell on to send this away. Return coming from the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Back out now comes the Browns offense. The opportunity to win this game is, well, it's long gone, Brock. They're down to their last opportunities now to avoid the shutout as well. It's an option right that begins this drive. Ball is out. Burrow lost it. And the Dolphins got it. And the defense piles on at the end here as they take it back for the touchdown. The Dolphins running them out of the building. Step 1 is just making the hit, Brock. Step 2, trying to knock the football out with that hit, and they were even fortunate enough to get to step 3, weren't they? Taking that fumble all the way back for a touchdown.
And just look at him. I love it, Joy. A unit that doesn't get to celebrate the end zone all too often, they will welcome the chance to be the guys running it in for a change. Cue up the group celebration, and boys, go enjoy the moment.
So now the Dolphins going for 2 again.
The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
Back to throw now. And they aren't slowing down in the slightest. 2 more to their lead. Man, what a blowout we've got here. All right, I might have understood this a couple of touchdowns ago. At this point, I'm not sure you can find much justification for going for 2, but they did. And that landslide grows bigger still.
Kate, does this feel personal to you?
Yeah, it does.
It does, right? This feels personal, and honestly, I'm having a flashback to Pete Carroll, Jim Harbaugh, USC, Stanford. After the game, when those 2 went out on the field, like, what's your deal? What's your deal? What's your deal? Keep the camera rolling because this handshake is going to be rather interesting.
He scrapes together a yard at most. It's second down.
At the 21-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
From the 21. Completed over the middle. And progress finally halted after he picks up a chunk. for first down.
It's a gain of 11.
Burrow setting up the play action. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And forget the turnover. Brock may take it back for a late touchdown. Second time they've taken one back on him, Brock. First the fumble return, and now this pick six.
You know, I point this out to you every defensive meeting room we're in, Kate, when we sit down in these production meetings, and you can see their boards, right? These defenses keep track, and they know if they get a score defensively, their odds of winning through the roof. You get two, it's almost a certainty.
The Dolphins lining up to go for two once more.
The Dolphins are lining up.
Now looking to throw. And that one's caught. Add a couple more on to this massive, some might say insurmountable lead here in the fourth.
Browns, nothing. Response ball set to kick off.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Return starts from the goal line. Wow, it's free again! And the fumble recovery is made. Very good. You took on that challenge and picked up the victory. Pick out another one to tackle and build yourself a winning streak.